Back to another episode of Python, and today we're going to be talking about modules. Exactly what are Python modules, what types of modules are there, how modules can be used, and where modules are used in real life, in programming. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and like the video for more quality Python. Well, without further ado, let's get right into the video. What are modules? Modules are bundles of code that help you deal with common coding challenges. Modules provide the less exciting bits of code, letting you focus on the fun stuff. Also, because modules are used by a lot of people, they are likely to work well and be free of bugs. Bugs or errors in your code, or viruses. There are many things called built-in modules, which are built into Python as libraries. There are a lot of useful modules included with Python. This collection of modules is known as the standard library. Here are some interesting modules from the library that you might want to experiment with. First module is called datetime. This module lets you work with dates. You can get today's date or work out how long it is until a special day. It mostly revolves around days, weeks, years, not really time though. Statistics. Using statistics module to calculate you can use the statistics module to calculate averages or find the most common value in a list of numbers. It's handy if you need to work out an average score in a game. Random. You use this module to make random selections in Password Picker, my previous lesson. If you haven't seen that, go check that out right now. This module is great for adding an element of chance to a game of program. Importantly, an element of chance. So far we've talked about statistics and random and datetime. Okay. Another module is called socket. The socket module allows programs to communicate across networks and the internet. It could be used to create an online game to play online. Socket. Okay. And lastly, another example is called web browser. You can control the computer's web browser with this module, allowing you to open web pages directly from your code. So web browser. Yeah, web browser, no space. Let's just make these comments. Oh, by the way, in Python, whenever you want to write a comment to explain to you what the code does, or like you just want to write things down like this, like I'm doing right now, just put a hashtag in front and it will turn green or whatever color on your shell and it will show that it's a comment. Okay, let's review what I said. So datetime just helps you work with dates, statistics, calculate averages, or find the most common value in a list of numbers. Okay, guys, feel free to take notes. Taking notes would help you in future programming. Random, make random selections, adding an element of chance. I hope this is very clear. If it's not making that much sense, put that down in the comments and I'll be sure to get to you as quick as possible. Socket allows programs to communicate across networks and the internet. Okay, and finally, the last example, a web browser. Control the computers. Okay, out of these modules, I think web browser is the most complicated to use, but it could be different for you. So basically, these descriptions are matching what each module does. Keep this in mind. Take notes, guys. Take notes. It will help you a lot in future programming. Okay, but how do we exactly use a module? To use a module in your code, you have to tell Python that you would like to include it. You instruct Python which modules to include using import statements. There are a few different ways you can do this, depending on what you need from the module. Let's start by importing a module. Let's import, let's say, web browser. Okay, teaching you how to use web browser. Typing the keyword import allows you to use all the contents of a module, in this case, web browser. However, you need to put the module's name before any function you use. This code imports all the web browser function modules and uses its open function to open the Python website in the computer's browser. By open function, I mean over here, web browser dot open, and we can use any link we would like. So we can just use any website. You can just type your website in by copy pasting a link you would like to use, and this piece of code will open up that web browser, that website on your page so you can view it without actually typing it into your search bar in Chrome, Safari, Firefox, whatever browser you use. It will work for all of them. We can also use something called from import. If you want to use a particular part of a module, you can import just that part by adding the from keyword. This will save a lot of time. Now you can just use the function name on its own. This code I'm going to write is going to import the random module's choice function. The function picks a random item from any list you give it. Okay, we're going to use the random module, and from the random module, we're going to import choice. And let's make and to explain this and show it, let's make a variable called direction equals choice. Since we imported choice, we can write choice here, and the Python will know that you're importing it from random. Choice brackets, parentheses, brackets, N S E W. So this code is basically going to pick one of those letters and display it for you on the screen. So to do that, let's write print direction. Since we used the element of choice from the random module, it will print a random letter. See, it picked W. If I run it again, it picked W again. E, N. See, it's just picking random letters over and over again. This code is very simple, and you can use it for many things. Like if you have a hard time deciding between you and your friends, like who goes first in a board game, you can put all your names here, and it will print out a random name. The random function from choice from the random module can help you a lot. And finally, the last part of using a module. Let's run that real quick so you guys can see. Okay, the last part about using a module is from import the letter A. Sometimes you may want to change the name of an imported module or function. Perhaps because you've already used that name, or maybe it isn't clear enough. To do this, use the AS keyword followed by the new name. In the example I'm going to show, we're going to have a time function, which we've renamed time_now, and it's going to give us the current time. The time given is the exact number of seconds since 0000, which is 12 o'clock a.m. on January 1st, 1970, a date used by most computers as the start of their clock. Okay, so let's start by importing the module of time. From time, import time. This is different as time_now, parentheses. Not parentheses. Okay. This is different than date time. Date time allows you to work with dates, but this we're working about how much time has passed. So this program will tell you the amount of seconds since January 1st, 1970, since most computers start their time count from January 1st, 1970, and my computer probably does the same. Same with yours. So if we print now, there are approximately 159,355,2891 seconds passed since January 1st, 1970. I know, it's a lot. It's unbelievable, but this program can help you do many such things with seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, years, centuries, decades, millenniums, whatever date you want to work with. Well, I hope that's really clear. I hope that's clear today. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Tune in for more lessons. I'm going to be working on a game in my next video, and that game is going to be a word guessing game. You're going to be building it yourself, and I'm going to walk you through it. Hopefully, we'll be programming like a pro. Okay, see you guys next time.